The debate today is, all students from elementary to high school should wear uniforms. Both the government and opposition will have 3 affirmative speeches followed by their affirmative reply speech. On the government side is Kevin, Ellie, Bibiana, Sylvia, and Kate. On the opposition side is Anna, Aiden, Nico, and Yuna. This debate argues that all students from elementary to high school in Jeju, South Korea should wear school uniforms regulated by their district to promote a safe and positive learning place.
The government's timeline is that uniform can cut back on spending. The government reason is buying non-uniform clothes for each season can become expensive. Fashion is expensive. We wear the uniform, we don't have to buy a lot of clothes. For example, usually we have to buy clothes for spring, summer, fall, and winter. But when we wear the uniform, we have to buy clothes for only summer and winter, as well as we saving the money. Teamline. The opposition teamline is uniform students' ability to show their own style. Review. Our review to the government's first equipment speech is uniforms are very expensive. They're between 30 to 40 million won, which is a huge cost when the family has to pay it all at once. Buying non-uniform clothes can be cheaper because the family can buy them when they're on sale or when they get the extra money to do so. Wisdom. Buying uniforms limits the creativity of the students and their chance to figure out who they are as a person. In the real world, adults have to dress themselves. The workplace is more casual. This will help kids understand and develop their own style, which can help them later on. The government's timeline is uniform campaign warning issue. We will go down to the opposition first affirmative speech is that school is designed for education, not to spend the time thinking about how clothes reflect the students. Fashion can be distracting from studying if the students worry more about how to dress than what their assignments are. The uniforms are the same set of clothes every day, so it makes choosing clothes in the morning simple. This cuts down on the time waste and picking out clothing. In the morning, we go to school, so we have to wear clothes, but we have to choose clothes. Some students take too long and change their clothes too much. Uniforms are easy. The opposition timeline is not having uniforms. We cut down on the cost of laundry. Our divider to government sections of affirmative speech is that students who are made to school will continue to be late, regardless of what they wore. Students who want to cut down on the time spent on picking out clothes in the morning can turn ahead and pick their clothes out the night before. This will also cut down time in the morning. The uniform will only worn during the school week. On the weekend, students are free to wash their own clothes. This means their parents need to buy 2 sets of clothes. That also means washing twice as many clothes. Uniform will add more clothes, which means more laundry. For example, the uniform needs to wash every day, so the family needs to do many laundry, and casual clothes doesn't need to wash every day, so it can save the laundry cost. The government timeline is uniform can help identify and unify the students. Our rebuttal to the opposition's second affirmative speech is that students will accurately vary their clothes during the week and weekends. We go dressed up what they wear. That means it doesn't matter if they wear uniforms or not. The amount of laundry will be the same. The uniform is a symbol of education. It can easily identify who is students and who is not, which can help the school keep the students safe. It
showing them that they all have the same common goal of receiving a good education. The uniform gives students school pride. They feel good about being in school together.
Opposition stimulus uniforms will become useless when the child grows bigger. Our rebuttal to the government's third affirmative speech is that uniforms can be harmful to students by showing the public which school they belong to. It is easy to identify what school a student goes to by their uniform. It can reveal too much personal information about the student. The uniforms are only good if they follow the dress code. When a child becomes too tall, the clothes will feel properly and the parents will have to buy new uniforms. Also at school they will be yelled at by the teachers for not wearing the uniforms properly. For example, the uniforms cost a lot of money to buy new uniforms properly.
Students from elementary school to high school should wear uniforms. Students opt for non-uniform clothes, just as uniform clothes. Parents would have to buy more clothes regardless. We believe that uniforms will be beneficial to students from elementary school to high school. Although non-uniforms can show student style, uniforms can cut back on personal spending. They can make it easier for students to get ready in the morning. Most importantly, uniforms are a symbol of a good education. Wearing uniforms can help identify students as well as unite them for a common goal of a better education.
Students from elementary school to high school should have the freedom to wear what they want. Uniforms are expensive, like personal style, and can identify students and expose where they go to school. We believe that uniforms will not be beneficial to students from elementary school to high school. Although uniforms can unite students for a common goal, uniforms can also reveal too much personal information about where the students go to school. Uniforms also create moral laundering. The cost of uniforms can be a burden to families. They are expensive and they are not the kind of clothes that go on sale. These drawbacks will not benefit the student's education.